Before we start, let's get this huge disclaimer out of the way because they haven't announced that it's a Nintendo Direct, but it's a Nintendo Direct mini partner showcase. So most of this speculation is going to be about first-party stuff. Take it with a grain of salt as you normally would because we're going to get pretty wild, but it's still fun to talk about and hope you enjoy the video. Hey, what's up, everybody? Bro Trio here, and the gods have graced us in this monumental drought of Nintendo news because we finally have a Nintendo Direct announced. We are ready to go. We are ready to hop aboard that hype train and the speculation station because, you know, it's a prediction time. So, if you're a fan of the channel, you've seen a couple of these already. We have 3 categories: likely, maybe, probably not, and then definitely not. But we're hopeful, and we really want these outlandish ones to come true. So, that being said, we're going to go through likely, the maybe babies, and then not bloody likely. So, let's get on with the likelies. With the biggest one out of the way first, with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2.
Sheikah Boogaloo.
It's going to be called Sheikah Boogaloo. It has to be. Because
they
Lord
can
knows.
They can end this dumb joke anytime.
Oh, yeah.
This joke is like 5 years old. We're sick of it, too. Nintendo, come on, man.
But that's what I think will happen. I think we're going to get a trailer, and it's going to say the title of it and a like pinpointed release date. Because, what is it, March next year?
They said spring. I don't think they said...
Oh, wait, we thought March. Maybe just a month.
Just do the same day from the first one? That'd be cool.
Yeah, one day after.
They probably won't do it in this Direct, but I'm assuming at some point there's going to be like a gameplay showcase.
Yeah.
But if it's in this Direct, cool. But they'll probably do a treehouse thing or something for that afterward.
Yeah. And then this is one of the maybes, but it's Zelda related, so I'm putting it in here. There have been a lot of rumors of a Zelda Collection coming out with Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD.
Oh, yeah.
And I really hope this is true, because I have been just full-blown hankering wanting to replay both of those games. And maybe, and this is going to the not bloody likely section, but maybe we'll get some extra stuff featured in them too, like that dungeon that was cut from Wind Waker, or some other new stuff in Twilight Princess. I don't know what they would do, but they could do something. But that's probably not going to happen. The whole collection probably won't happen, unfortunately. But it would be awesome if it did, and then
it would just be like Wind Waker for $60.
Probably, and I would definitely pay it. I would pay that and for Twilight Princess.
I would
both.
be grumbling the whole time, but I would pay it. And next on likely, we think there's going to be a new Mario game. How, if that's Odyssey 2, something new altogether, no idea. But I'm throwing in one of my unlikelies into this, and in with it, I would like it to be a new 2D Mario. It's not in the new Super Mario Bros. Style, but it's Super Mario Bros. 4. It's just got its own style. I don't know what it would be. They'd probably go with like HD, but not like soulless HD like new Super Mario Brothers. But I would imagine if they do this, it's going to definitely have its own style, because every Mario game had its own style, the 2D ones, and I'd imagine this one would not be sprite work, but I'd imagine it would be like more similar to the artistic style of some of the older ones, not so much like new where it just looked like too clean.
It could be like a Mario Maker where there's like both, where sometimes it is pixelated, like a power-up.
Oh, I get, there might be both. That'd be cool. And then
that would be kind of cool.
Return of the Cape. The Return of the Feather Cape. That's all it's going to be. That's the title, Return of the Cape.
And then one thing that I'm pretty sure we're going to see is Bayonetta 3. It's a highly anticipated game. We've seen a little bit of it.
Finally.
I think we're going to see a lot more, hopefully in this Direct, if not the next one. I think we're probably going to get at least a release window. I can't remember if we even have that. We might. And I think we're going to see a lot more of like gameplay exclusive content in this time, because the other one was pretty theatrical. It had that Astral Chain fake out.
Yeah.
That we'll talk about Astral Chain later.
Yeah,
But-
it had Bone Daddy or whatever you said that dog's name was.
Lappy.
There you go. That was close.
Yeah, the tutorial dog.
Ended in Y, either way.
But another highly anticipated game that I think we're gonna get a. They're gonna announce when it's coming out this time is Advanced Wars.
Oh yeah,
Because it got postponed for a good reason, because it was coming out and it was just like, oh, maybe we shouldn't release a war game when there's an actual war.
And there still is,
But
there's
It's
still,
not like presently breaking news, so they might lax up on that a little bit. And I mean, it's probably pushed back till next year, maybe spring. I don't know, but
I mean, they're just waiting to release it at this point, so they
Yeah,
can pretty
yes.
much drop whenever they want.
I'm sure they're done with all the fine tuning. They're just waiting to release it.
Shadow drop this day.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
I love when they do that.
They said I'd give this up at one point. Everyone says you're just hurting yourself and all of the 10 other StarTropics fans out there. But StarTropics 3 is likely to happen. There's so much evidence that it could happen.
It is not.
They mentioned it in Animal Crossing, Daniel, and they acknowledged it in a Nintendo podcast. The Reddit has been screaming about it. And there's like 6 of us, but we are very loud. StarTropics 3 is coming. At the very least, StarTropics 2 is coming to NES Online, because like, what the where is it? We got like Popo and Butt or whatever this last month, but no StarTropics 2. We got Fire and Ice. Do you remember Fire and Ice?
Ooh.
We're the only ones.
Yeah.
But we don't got StarTropics 2.
I didn't know Fire and Ice was on there. That's exciting.
Like, what the man? You team up with Sherlock Holmes and like Socrates or some shit. StarTropics 2 is the
Yeah,
tits.
you straight up bang Cleopatra in it. It's awesome.
Hell yeah. He's got a cool new jean jacket. It's StarTropics 2. Give me that. And then announce StarTropics 3 and Mike Jones in Smash as a special character, not a new Fighter's Pass because Sakurai's still asleep. But just give me all that and I'll shut up and I'll never bother you about it again until I start itching for StarTropics 4.
So, we should have ended the likely section one entry ago, but that's going to wrap up the likely section. Scotty wanted it there for his confidence, because
If you give them the confidence, they'll
obviously
give you the game.
Nintendo is one of our subscribers, so they watch our channel, and that's what they were waiting on. It was your confidence to pump it out. But, moving on to the maybe section. And this one hurts. This one deeply hurts me, but Pikmin 4 is potentially a maybe. I had 2 of my favorite franchises that I was debating. I was like, one's not likely and one is possible. I went with Pikmin being the more possible one because it is technically announced, even though that was back in like 2013 or some shit. And
Wow. I didn't know it was
Jesus.
that long ago.
It was maybe not that long, but it was forever. I'm gonna flash it on the screen, but this game has been in development forever. All, like Scotty said, a little bit more than the 6 StarTropics fans, but us Pikmin fans, there aren't many of us, but we love Pikmin and we want it, and we want it now. And God, just give me Pikmin 4. Pikmin 3, I believe, sold really well. Pikmin Bloom came out, so it's on the
it's
tip of everybody's tongues. It's on the zeitgeist, sort of. I think it's doing okay in the App Store. I don't really know. A lot of people didn't really care for it, so let's wash that taste out of their mouths with Pikmin 4, where you get like all Pikmin return, everyone is here, and you get at least 2 new Pikmin types. That would be my main dream.
Alright. Well, it's gonna be Hey Pikmin 2. But I think at this point, it's been some years since they announced that Metroid Prime 4 was starting over. So I think it would be fairly likely that Metroid Prime 4 is re-announced and has more than just the title screen. Like, not just 4 and then Metroid Prime next to it. Like, not necessarily gameplay, but maybe like a little snippet of gameplay. But I'm thinking like a cinematic trailer, and that would, with like a few gameplay snippets and like a release window, possibly. But
now would be the time to do it, I
yeah.
say, because like they just came off of the best year in the Metroid franchise history.
Yeah, that
Dread sold gangbusters. I think it sold better than any other Metroid game.
Yeah, it was on track to. I'm pretty sure it meant that.
It was critically reviewed. Everybody loved it, and everybody played it. And like, do it now. Now would be a perfect time. Like,
because I'm pretty sure they're done with the updates for it, because we got Ultra Hard Mode or whatever that was, and Boss Rush mode.
Yeah, and then I mean, I don't know if hype actually translates to game sales or not, but if you're wanting to strike while the iron is hot, it's now. Like, the iron's cooling off. You gotta strike now and give us Metroid Prime 4 with the other bad bounty hunter that was chasing Samus at the end of 3.
Oh, what is it? Silux?
Silux, that's it.
For my entry in the maybe section, I'm not sure, like, honestly, I'm not sure why this hasn't happened yet, but I think they're going to start adding Game Boy games to Nintendo Online. Hopefully, they just go ahead and pull the trigger, throw us Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advanced just right out the gate, all at once.
At very least, Game Boy and Game Boy Color. They aren't separate
at least
systems.
Those two,
like,
but
they're the same.
If they throw out all 3, like, there's so many gameplay opportunities that opens up, and so many great games that people, besides emulation, have no way to play, because those cartridges are expensive. And
half of them, the watch batteries in, have died, so you can't
died
even save.
Or got corroded. Like, there's so many, like, pluses and minuses to buying old games right now, and that's a definite minus, is some of these do not last.
And man, I just want to play a lot of the old Game Boy Advance games that I never got to.
And you're about to lose any semblance of opportunity you had, because the 3DS eShop is closing. So the 3DS Virtual Console is closing.
Yeah, Virtual Console is going
there
away.
will literally only be the opportunity to pirate these games or buy a system with them already on it for an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
maybe the opportunities like lining up there. Maybe they're shutting it down so people aren't like, why would I do that? I have 3DS.
I mean, that's true. But hopefully that's it. And hopefully it comes with, like, the Super Game Boy, like, borders that you can put on it or something like that. That would be awesome.
So, we released 2 sequels to Chrono Trigger on Switch this year. So I'm thinking that they're either going to do an HD 2D remake like they're doing with Live Alive, whatever that is. And they're doing that with Chrono Trigger. Either that or just a port. I'd be happy either way. Now, I'd rather both, just in case the remake's bad. Like, but you just give me Chrono Trigger, I'll be a happy boy. Preferably include the DS stuff with it, like the new dungeon and whatnot, and the new bosses,
and the Time Devourer,
and remastered anime cutscenes and stuff that. That would be sick.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I want to play Chrono Trigger on a modern system. I like the DS one a lot. That's great. But it's, especially after playing a Switch, like going back to a 3DS, it just feels so weird to me. Like, it's just so small, and I used to think it was huge, but it's just so small. And like, I know it's on Steam. I know I can buy it a million places. I don't really give a shit. I want it on Switch, and frankly, I think they're not making money just sitting there, because it's never like #1, but it seems like it sells decently pretty much every time.
Not to mention, it's one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of all time. Like, that is a monumental, like, feat. It's, if you look at anyone, us included, that game is always in the top 5 Super Nintendo games on any top 10 list. And I mean, it's for good reason. It's one of the best JRPGs ever that changed up how JRPGs work.
And JRPGs sell like gangbusters on Switch. Like Square Enix has been making a killing on Switch from what I've been told.
I've bought every single Final Fantasy that's come out on Switch. Even Final Fantasy X, which I have on PS4. But I was like, I can't play this on the toilet.
I mentioned it a little bit in the Bayonetta 3 prediction, but I think it's possible that we're going to get an Astral Chain 2. Maybe a release year. I don't even think it would be early enough to be a window. But maybe they're going to have it tie in since there was that thing. Maybe
Bone Daddy. Bone Daddy's in Bayonetta.
Yeah, maybe Bayonetta 3, not Bone Daddy. Maybe Lappy is like a Nexus being. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
you gonna sit there and tell me Bone Daddy's not a better name for that dog?
It's a girl.
Doesn't matter.
But since that crossover happened, it's possible that it actually is a big crossover event, which that
would be
could
ridiculous.
lean into something very cool happening.
Especially if it's what I'm thinking. Because
goddamn Wonderful 101 comes in. And
it's Multiverse of Madness, but for Platinum games. Like Wonderful 101, Vanquish slides in. Like,
man, I got really excited now. All of a sudden,
Raiden
I'm gonna
comes
get very
in,
disappointed.
Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance. Like, dude, that would be amazing.
Oh, the Avatar just swoops right in there. They made an Avatar game.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Travis Touchdown's there for some reason.
Honestly, he would probably fit in as well as everybody else does, but
Bayonetta would get it out.
Not gonna happen. But that would be such a cool thing, and it'd be like Captain Rainbow, but more serious, because all of these games are like frenetic action games, and I could see them blending really well together.
That went off the rails quick.
Yeah.
Oh, Bone Daddy.
Well, hey, let's keep going off these rails, because they're rails to a minecart. And a minecart is in Donkey Kong Country, baby. So Donkey Kong Country better f***ing happen, or I'm gonna lose it. Because how we haven't had a Donkey Kong game since Tropical Freeze released way back in this year, I don't know. Tropical Freeze sold amazingly on Switch. A new Donkey Kong on Switch would sell even better than that.
Now, what if the rumors are true about a new 3D one from the Odyssey team? Would you be into that at all?
Less into it than an actual Donkey Kong Country game, because I do not like Donkey Kong 64. I do not like it, and it's button.
That doesn't mean Donkey Kong can't do 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he excels at 2D. Like, if you're the best at something, why would you go to something that you might not be the best at? Like...
Well, what if it's both?
I mean, it could be.
Where, like, you have a 3D overworld that you do stuff in, and then you have the, like, 3D/2D sections that you go in between.
I'd strongly just prefer it to be 2D, honestly. Like, that's where Donkey Kong excels. That's where he's best.
It's where Kirby was best, too.
I mean, it was, but, like...
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking was something along the lines of what they did with the new Kirby game.
I mean, I could see it working, but it would have to really wow me. I really just would like a 2D one.
Now I'm thinking about minecarts in, like, from the back perspective, and that's scary. Well, I was thinking of Donkey Kong 3D stuff, and it'd be like just face on, like, just dodging stuff.
You have to react in the moment, because you gotta look over Donkey Kong's shoulders to see when a jump is there.
Yeah, but it was just so funny. I don't know why. Go on with your boxer boy.
Okay, well, my unlikely game... We kind of touched on it earlier with the Game Boy stuff. The 3DS eShop is closing. The Wii U eShop is also closing, but most like of the highly sought after Wii U games are also available on Switch. A lot of the 3DS games are not. And there's two series that I've always been interested in, but never have really, like, gotten into them. A little bit on the Switch because, what is it? Box Boy and Box Girl. Box Boy and Box Girl, yeah. I liked that game. That was cute. It was fun. give me a collection of the other 3. Because it's a series, and each one builds off of the next, and they're only available on the DS. Well, 3DS. But it's weird because they're not 3D, so maybe they could do like a HD, like sprite work 3D rework of it. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like that could be interesting. And another HD collection that I would love to see, because I don't know how I skipped over this franchise, but it looks really fun, is Dylan's Rolling Western.
It's rolling. There's no G. They're cowboys.
Oh, well, my bad. But he's a cool looking character. It seems like a really fun game, and I would love to play it on the Switch and try these games out, because I know there's 3 of them. They're pretty substantial games, especially for the 3DS.
I didn't know there was a third one.
Yeah, and I would love to just blast through these good old like action game / tower defense crossover action. Like, I don't know what to call that
and
game.
Technically, Dylan is already on the Switch because he's an assist trophy in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
That's
Is
true.
it? I thought.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know.
And
he came
everybody's
back.
just like, who the hell is this Sonic copy Armadillo? And he's much more than that. So give us the collection so we can experience who Dylan is.
I'm gonna finish this off with a very unlikely. But I would like to see a new Mario RPG, not Stars of Hope, like a Nintendo-made Mario RPG. It can be Mario RPG 2. It probably, definitely not. It can be like a new RPG-style Paper Mario. Definitely, probably not, because we just got a Paper Mario. New, what are they called? Mario and Luigi game? Probably not. That company's dead or whatever.
Yeah.
But or just a new thing entirely. But Mario RPGs are so good. Like, almost every time I play them. There's a few here and there that I don't care for, but there's nothing like a Mario RPG. It's so awesome. And, like, Bug Fables is great.
That's the thing I was about to say.
There's a lot of games coming out that are copying the style of it.
There's a lot of paper games coming
There's
out.
a lot of
paper games and Mario RPG timed attack games, too.
Yeah, like I'm legit curious if some kind of copyright expired, and that's why everybody's doing it now.
Yeah,
So-
all of a sudden.
Some sort of new Mario RPG game. That's all I really want from that. I don't really have any ideas for it or what series I would prefer or anything like that. But I just love the Mario RPGs so much, and I would love for a new one.
Well, that's gonna wrap up our predictions. We did y'all a favor here. We did y'all a favor here and really reeled ourselves in, because we can get outlandish and go talking for a long time. But we try to keep it concise and a little bit shorter than our normal stuff, so whether that's true or not, we'll find out after editing. But that's what we really want, hope, and think we will see in this Nintendo Direct. Either way, we are going to be happy as a clam sitting there reacting to it. And we hope y'all are. We hope you let us know what you are most excited for, what you're not, what you think will be there, or just, actually, better yet, tell us your most outlandish pick that you want to happen, so we can start building up some hype and momentum. And then Nintendo will see the comments, and then they'll make it eventually.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
If nothing else, it might work its way into our next prediction video.
Yep. Hope y'all liked it. Stay tuned to Bro Trio.